guys, my name's Sophia and today I'm coming at you with another Booktober video, so let's get started. So today's video I'm going to be talking about some classic horror books, at least in my opinion, and some of their movie counterparts. These are essentially basically my favorite staples for horror that I've read so far. There are some that I have yet to read, but yeah, let's get started. First is probably one of my all-time favorite horror books, and that is The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. I don't know, I probably pronounced it wrong. I loved this book, so I'm a big fan of the movie. We all know the Exorcist movie and the pea soup and I knew I wanted to read the book when I found out it was a book. I read it, I loved it. I think my favorite thing about this book is that it isn't as slow paced as I thought it would be. It has a quicker pace. It's not quite like a thriller where thrillers just go boom boom boom, but it still gives you enough time to be unsettled but not bored with everything going on, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, I really loved this book and I love the movie. So this is my first recommendation. For clarification, this one's more gothic fiction than horror, but I still absolutely love it, and that is The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. I love this book. I read it, I think, in 2021, and I just fell in love. However, my first love for Phantom of the Opera came with the 2004 film, which people love to hate. I understand why, but I grew up watching this movie, and I'm never gonna not love it. Like, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. Most of my friends know that. My family knows that, so I love this. However, I also love the Universal Monster version of this, which I'll put pictures of the movie posters there. But yeah, I love the Universal Monster version too. I love the musical. I love everything Phantom of the Opera. I think it has just the right amount of spooky with the phantom being unknown and a ghost. It also provides a lot of comedy, and then it also, with the musical, you get songs. Did I listen to the whole soundtrack for the movie while reading this book? Yes I did. Do I regret it? Never. So there we go. I love that. Also, if you read the book, you learn the Phantom's real name. So there we go. Next we have Pet Sematary. I love Pet Sematary, the book. I think the book is super unsettling. It's creepy. You get Stephen King, he's called the king of horror for a reason. You get super in-depth gruesome scenes that I loved reading. Movies for Pet Sematary. I've not seen any old adaptations. However, I have seen the newer 2019, 2018 Pet Sematary and hated it. I don't know if I hated it because one of my friends and I, story time, one of my friends and I, we went to go see the movie in theaters. I saw it, but these two people literally were getting into a full-on fight towards the end of the movie, and were yelling at each other. It was awful. The movie watching experience was awful, but I also just, the movie wasn't entertaining enough to distract from that, so I refused to watch the movie anymore. But I loved the book, and it's probably my favorite Stephen King book that I've read so far, and I've only read 6 of his books, so don't come at me, but it was still really good and I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it if you're trying to get into a horror genre. However, if you're not a fan of animal murder or pet murder, don't pick this one up, obviously. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and it's, like I said, my favorite Stephen King so far. Next we have an all-time favorite of mine, and that's Frankenstein. I love Frankenstein. I've read this book 5 to 6 times. I don't know the exact number. I'm always going to give an estimate. I love this book. I love hating on Victor. He's absolute garbage. I love the creature. He deserved better. Elizabeth, my hair got stuck, deserves better. Everyone but Victor deserved better in this book. Movie-wise, I love the 1931-32, I forgot the exact date, Universal Monster. That's my favorite Frankenstein adaptation. I've seen, what have I seen? I think I saw I, Frankenstein and hated it. I haven't seen Young Frankenstein, which a lot of people seem to love. I need to watch that. But yeah, the 1931 one, classic, love it. Black and white. It's where Frankenstein's creature got his main look. I love this book. I think it's so good. I think it's one of the easiest classics you can really read. And I think it's one that you can reread a lot and not get super bored. So there we go. Also, look at this edition. The lightning, the castle, it's just perfect. It matches my red and black theme. Since we have Dracula next, this is a very shiny copy. I love Dracula. I think people don't, this is a very thick copy of Dracula. I have other editions that aren't as thick, so don't be that intimidated. Yeah, Dracula is probably one of my favorite things in the world. The book is great. I love the format of the letters. I love Mina and Lucy. I love Dracula. I love it all. I love all the like different hidden meanings throughout it. Dracula's wives deserved better. Yeah, this book is fantastic, especially for gothic fiction, especially if you read these two around the same time. I think you'll really enjoy them because they created two of the best-selling classic monsters ever. So there we go. Again, for movies wise, for Dracula, I love the 1931 Dracula with Bela Lugosi, but I also love Bram Stoker's Dracula. I think it's 1992 with Gary Oldman as Dracula. That movie is great. What other Dracula adaptations? I don't like anything with like that's called like Van Helsing or anything like that. There's another Dracula movie, I'll put the thing right here. It had the guy who played Gaston in the live action Beauty and the Beast as Dracula. That one was okay, but yeah, definitely my top two are the 1931 and the 1992. Those are ideal. I love those so much. I love the book so much. There we go. So this one again is one that I don't know if it's really classic horror. It is in my head. It's classic paranormal, and I also mainly just wanted to show off my edition of it that my lovely mom bought me a while back, and that's the Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. This is the Barnes & Noble edition. It's so thick. It has the first 3 novels, so it has Interview with the Vampire, The Vampire Lestat, and The Queen of the Damned. I have only read Interview with the Vampire. I plan on reading eventually the whole series, but the other two, The Vampire Lestat and The Queen of the Damned, soon, because obviously I own them, and this I have another bind up that's like a floppy paperback over there because I'm not rerunning this. But yeah, this is like staple vampire fiction in my mind. Like, you read Dracula, you read Carmilla, then you gotta hop to the Anne Rice, and then you hop to Twilight afterwards. I have a whole thing about how to read vampire fiction. I need to read more of it to get a proper thing going. But yeah, I love this. Obviously the movie Interview with the Vampire, you got Brad Pitt, you got, I almost said Ted Cruz, no, Tom Cruise. In it you got what's her face, who later played MJ and Spider-Man in it, but she's like a kid. Yeah, I love the movie for Interview with the Vampire so much. It's so good. It's so great. 2 dads and their immortal child. But yeah, I love this. I need to read more of these books because I really did like it. And also, like, look at this copy. It's so pretty. Anyways, I just wanted to go on about my love for the Interview with the Vampire movie. The book is really good too. I will say the book is fantastic too, but the movie just hits different. I don't know if it's because I grew up with it. I also think there's a Queen of the Damned movie. I'll put a picture. I think I've seen this. I can't give you a solid yes or no on if I've seen this. I've seen clips of it. I know the one Deftones song from it, and that's about it. But yeah, I need to read these. This is the only one that I haven't finished on this list, but I read the first one, so it counts. Also, there's like 14 books in the series. This was a very short classic horror and their movie counterparts recommendation. Most of these you probably either read, heard of, or know, but I just wanted to give a few suggestions for a quick little recommendations video. So there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any movie recommendations that are based off these books, please let me know, especially if they're Dracula or Frankenstein, because I'm trying to get more into those adaptations, though the 1931 ones are forever in my heart. I love Bride of Frankenstein too. I didn't mention that with Frankenstein, but I love that movie. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this very quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed making this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check all the links out in the description, and I will see you with another Booktober video soon. Bye guys.